Children, we are going to celebrate today the theme of our month. What is the theme of this month? The theme of this month is I am brave. Yes, sounds interesting. Have you ever thought what does it mean? What's the meaning of being brave? I'll explain you. When you come across any fear, so you have to face it. The fear could be of a dog, of any animal, anything. The fear could be of anything. You have to face it. You cannot run away with that. That is called bravery. If you are in any difficult situation, say if you are alone at home, somebody comes, you are afraid of it, you have to face it. If any situation you are playing downstairs and something happens to your friend, so you cannot run away in that situation. You have to bravely think and come up with the solution. If your friend is going to fall down or if your friend is going to get hurt, you have to think of saving him. See, all this different situation, if you act wisely, do not run away, it's called bravery. Yes, to come up any fear, to come up any difficult situation, to think of a solution of anything is called bravery. Yes, my dear children, if you ever fear of writing, oh, I cannot write, it's so difficult to study. No, you cannot give up. You should not. Because to take your time, study it, practice, that is also a bravery. If you help your mother in any situation where she is facing difficulty, your father, any family member, so that is also a brave. Children, now let me introduce you to some of our freedom fighters. Yes, when we say brave, so the first thing that comes in our mind is our freedom fighters. The freedom fighters are those persons who fought fearlessly for the freedom of our country. Like Mahatma Gandhi, Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, Subhash Chandra Bose, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. There are many more names which have fought fearlessly for the freedom of our India. Yes, if you know, Mahatma Gandhi is known as the father of our nation. Yes, he always followed the path of Satyagraha. Bhagat Singh, in just merely the age of 23, sacrificed his life for India. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was always known for his passion for freedom. Subhash Chandra Bose always told, "तुम मुझे खून दो, मैं तुम्हें आजादी दूंगा." This were his words. He was very brave and fought fearlessly for the freedom of our country. Chandrasekhar Azad was also one of the freedom fighters who participated with Mahatma Gandhi in non-cooperation movement. He was even the idol of Bhagat Singh. Children, this all were great freedom fighters. They fought very bravely. They never feared of any pain, they never feared of difficult situation. They always fought. They always thought of solutions to problems. Yes, even kids, there are many great kings in our country that were bravely fought for their independence in the time of the kingship. Like Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, Maharana Pratap, Prithviraj Chauhan, Jhansi Ki Rani, Tipu Sultan and many more. They were all very brave kings who fought to save their kingdom. You know, they faced many difficulties and a fight to protect their kingdom. Yes, kids, we have to be brave if you want to save yourself. To save their kingdom, they faced the difficulty and they fought the war and they fought very bravely. Now kids, I will tell you few stories of children like you who are brave. Do you want to hear the story of the brave kid. And this story are true. Yes, kids. Now what the story which I will tell you, it is absolutely true. There was one girl called as Mahika Gupta. Her name was Mahika Gupta, and she had gone for a pilgrimage with her family to Kedarnath. And in that year, 2013, a flood came. When the flood came, Mahika was alone in the hotel room with her 4-year-old brother. They were there in the room alone when the water started rising, and even the current in that moment went off. Now Mahika was very afraid at that moment, but still she thought and she acted wisely. She boosted up her courage, and what she did was, the moment her brother was about to be swept away with the water, she grabbed her brother and quickly went to the side where the window was there, and she clung to the rod of the window, and she stood there for till the time somebody came to help. She was there clinging on the rod of the window with the brother in her arm, and this way she showed the patience, she showed the braveness and the courage, and saved herself and her brother at that moment of time. And you know, kids, she received the award of bravery. Yes, she has received the award of bravery. And she was just merely 8-year-old girl. But she never feared the situation, though she was scared. But she came up the fear and acted wisely in the time. She saved herself also and her brother also. So did you understand? What did you understand with this story? That you have to be brave. Yes, whatever the situation comes, calm down yourself, think of a solution and act wisely. This is what you should every time do when you face any difficult situation. I will tell you one more story of a kid, and this story is also true. A 12-year-old boy from Haryana, whose name is Dishant Mahendra, was alone in the house with his mother in one afternoon. He was there in his room, and he heard a voice, her mother's voice, shouting for help. He quickly came and he saw there was a robber who had a knife in his hand and who was threatening his mother, and he was asking for money and jewelry. Dishant quickly saw him. He came quickly and grabbed the leg of the robber, and the robber fell down on the floor, and at that time he quickly took the knife away from the robber, and the mother and the son, they both shouted for the help, and the neighbors, they all came, and at that moment the mother and the son was saved with the bravery of the boy, because the time Dishant saw that mother was being threatened by the robber, he quickly thought of an idea and he grabbed the feet of the robber so that the robber fall down on the floor. The moment he fall down, the knife was taken away by Dishant, and in that way, showing the bravery and quickly taking out the solution to the problem, what he was saved, his mother was saved. So kids, why I'm telling you all these stories is because these are the true stories, and these are the same children as you are, and they have even received the bravery medal, the bravery awards. Yes, Bicha, this is very true. And even the same way, if you in your life face any situation, you can also be brave, and you should think of the way, and you should be fearless. You should act bravely. I will tell you one more story. 16 years old boy, his name is Aditya K. He went to a trip with his parents. The trip was basically for the only old aged people, and Aditya and his family decided to be the part of the tour. So they had been for the tour of Nepal. While coming back from the trip, when they were in the bus had 43 passengers in all. So what happened in that moment, few people who were sitting backside, they felt that the smoke was coming. They told once to the driver that they could see the smoke, but the driver told, no, it's not a smoke, it might be a dust or something. So they ignored it for some time. Later on, they could feel they could smell the diesel. Immediately then Aditya's father told the driver to stop the bus, and few of them got down and went to see the situation. Just they were looking at that moment, the bus caught the fire, and in that moment of time there were 20 people inside the bus. Rest of them had moved down. In that time, even Aditya was inside the bus. The bus caught the fire, and the door of the bus had caught the fire. So they could not get out of the bus also at that moment. So what Aditya did, because all the people who were there in the bus were all old age people, they all panicked and became very tensed. At that moment, Aditya thought quickly and he acted also bravely. What he did, every bus or the train has an emergency exit window. So what he did, he searched for the hammer, he quickly broke the emergency window glass, and after doing that, he took the help of the father and all the people who were standing outside, so that one by one everybody from the bus got rescued by the emergency window. So this way he helped all the passengers who were there in the bus to rescue, and after that the entire bus was burned. So see how quickly he thought of an idea, how bravely he acted, and he saved himself as well as other 20 people. So kids, you know that is important to be brave. I have today in today we saw so many of freedom fighters, the kings, the children like you who came across some of the other difficult situation, but they acted wisely. They bravely handled the situation, and they came out to be a brave children. Yes, and even all my Olympian children are also as brave as them. So you all have to remember that whatever the situation comes in front of you, you will never be afraid of anything. You will be brave. You will act bravely, as you listened to the stories. The children in all the stories, how bravely they acted. They saved themselves as well as the other people. Even you all are very brave. All of the children, you have qualities of being brave. So if you face any situation, if you face any fear, if you face any difficulty, you will be brave at that moment. Correct, kids? I hope you enjoyed today's session.